You know what's nice about people like me as opposed to the people here in this valley? You know, that one guy, Danny, that had the picture of Danny talked to me about that, had the picture of Kissinger and Nixon in his house and all that. And you tell your poor buddy, Boy Parsons, we could run him over in the parking lot at Best Buy and be if it never existed. It's like, okay, you got pictures. And that's when he told me that. I'm like, he's got pictures of himself with Kissinger and Nixon in his house. That's like, yeah, I got pictures of myself with Himmler and Hitler in my house, and I'm proud of that. And I could run over Jesus in the parking lot of a Best Boy. I'll be a Best Buy if he never existed. You're like, really? Okay. Wow, that's pretty gross. It's very gross. But the cool thing about it is this: is no one remembers who dressed up Jesus in purple robe and mocked him. Okay. And no one remembers the names of the people that assassinated Haile Selassie. Okay. And the only reason they remember the names of James Earl Ray and Lee Harvey Oswald is because they were the assholes that murdered someone that was better than them. No one knows the names of the five jerks, remembers the names of the five jerks that shot Malik in Harlem, right? Or the cops that beat up Fred Hampton, or those pathetic piles of shit that murdered Steve Biko. Okay. No one remembers. Hey, don't ask, don't tell, right? And so that will be the thing in the future, as far as you being remembered, is did you stand up for the Lord's Prayer or not? Just don't ask, don't tell. Don't sit there. You were one of the ones that comes from the people that tried to kill him. You were one of the ones of the people that had the pictures of Kissinger and Nixon on the wall. You could run them over the parking lot. No one's going to, we're living the Lord's Prayer, right? Right. Okay. And it's not going to be like with Tolton, things that remembered that should have been forgotten and things that are forgotten. It's not, no, we're going to be living the Lord's Prayer. Okay, so going back and studying, why did we have the piggy bank commercial? Why did we have, no one's going to remember Hustlers. No one's going to remember uh, the Avengers. No one's going to remember. No one's going to remember. Okay, it's a bad dream that just goes away. All right, people have been praying to people like myself. Okay, for before the Bible, since before the Bible. Okay. They pray all the way back to Adam and Eve. Okay. More than 10,000 years ago in the stories and documentation to deliver us from evil and lead us not into temptation and forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors and forgive us trespasses. And if you want your Father to forgive. So, what I'm a part of and what my life story in that book is about is far more significant than don't ask, don't tell. Okay. No one's going to remember Russell Nelson. No one's going to remember Gordon B. Hinckley. No one's going to remember Spencer J. Kimball. No one's going to remember Pope Francis or Pope Benedict. They're not going to study that. They're not going to bring it up all the time. We're going to be living the Lord's Prayer. You don't have to sit there and go, remember, 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 remember. They remember that. Okay. They'll have a better chance of remembering he rocks in the treetops all day long, rocking and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Yeah, because that's going to, Bobby Day, that's going to be like, well, do you want to dance and make romance? Kiss me all through the night. They remember Bobby Freeman and Bobby Day and the Platters more than they're going to remember your propaganda movies. The music that you were using to continue propaganda. Because Do You Want to Dance was not a propaganda song. That was just some kid trying to pay the bills because we weren't living the love of Jesus Christ. Rockin' Robin, just some kid trying to pay the bills. Like with Mike Epps' character on that movie with Whitney Houston and Felipe's daughter, right? Okay. And so, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So don't be going up around that way. Don't be thinking that way. All right. Y'all just crazy. So, but as far as me concerned, I got this. I know that they torture me to keep me in a certain mindset to have people feel like it's never gonna happen, and that's why I got that so much. It'll never happen in my lifetime. It's never gonna happen, and that's because of the way that we're made to feel. Because when you pray, connect to the Messiah, They just keep torturing him and stuff. And my thing is I'm going to do what's right. Instead of take the $350,000 from the Temple Set Illuminati and elongate the process, just trust in the process, take the $2 million, elongate the process. And how many people, it's like, well, I could have got Emily and Kate and everybody more healthy and Amy more healthy and elongated their lives, allegedly, or whatever, who knows. You think, why would you want to live in the Perfect Day Spa and in the Hamptons and next to Greg Ramon's family in Jackson Hole and watch other people be mass murdered because you lacked the courage to stand for the Lord's Prayer? Would you want, you might want to do that, but not me. It's not in my DNA. Okay. It's just not in my DNA. Okay. My DNA is Lord's Prayer, asta aquí hoy. Now. Okay. It's not, you're my only sunshine, but it's Elvis, It's now or never. Come hold me tight. It's now. If not now, then when? No, it's now. Okay. I am not one of those, a love for days to come is good. A love promise for days to come is as good as none. I'm not one of those type of people. When I make a commitment, it's a commitment. Okay. They know that by studying my marriages and everything else. My kids, that hurts, man. It hurts watching my kids sit there and stand up for their mothers and act like I'm still crazy. And I had to sit there and try to justify what I'm doing and explain it to them over and over again. It's like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with you? You sound just like the family here. And then you talk about how crazy and wacko they are because they believe in their Jesus God. You're doing the same thing. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Yeah. You sound just like Gary Nellis and shit at work. And I'll never live to see it. Are you sure about that? Because life is eternal and grace is infinite. Nobody can do math around here to save their children's lives from eternal wretchedness. And it's not that hard. It's real easy. It's so easy to fall in love. That's a limerick. You can't really fall in love. No, love is lived faithfully. You don't fall in love, which basically is you're attached to somebody that you think you want to have sexual intercourse in to perpetuate life through sexual reproduction. That's what Buddy Holly's talking about. It's not falling in love. It's just going, falling in love is such an easy thing to do. And there's no guarantee that the one you love is going to love you. Love in eyes they cannot see. A certain person can never be. Love runs deeper than any ocean. Cloud your mind with emotion. Yeah, you cloud your minds. It's Sheldon telling Alex that she's swimming and whatever, and that Regina King's a slave too. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But the thing is, this love is greater and deeper than anything Sheldon or Beverly or Leslie can analyze, or Barney Kripke at the breakfast salad bar at the titty bar next to his house, right? Because anybody who can do physics worth a damn, okay, could explain to you the physics of the Lord's Prayer, the physics of Proverbs, the physics of you do this, that you do that. They ask me all the time in Sierra Vista, well, you do that. Well, you can't do that because if you do this, that will happen. And it's like, am I the only person that can do physics around here? No, Stephen Hawking is supposed to be about 1974. They have a video of him giving a lecture. It's wow. It's like watching a rock star talk about his ego. Yeah, I know. I've seen the commercials with Billy Idol and Ozzy Osbourne and the dude from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and shit. I've seen it all. Don't ask, don't tell. Okay? Don't ask, don't tell. Don't worry about it. It's all just, when you're living the Lord's Prayer and you pass it on to your children, all your sins are just washed away. You're welcome. I know. I'm living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I get it. I understand what a significant human being I am. I understand how significant my life is to the world. Okay. If you don't, hey man, that's on you. Okay. But David Rockefeller, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus Ty Parsons. And this is going on quantum computing and stuff. I was trying to tell Dad, I said, there's no day in the life where they say it's because there's still people here trying to make sure it doesn't happen. So they don't pass on the information in the future to anybody that might be a weak link that say, you got to go here and stop this and kill this person to do that. That's why I tell everybody, hey, y'all get together, step up and do it now. Step up, prep up for the Lord's Prayer for life for your children. Come on now. You don't need no Davin Descovy, no Sky Rizzy, no nada. All you need, no, Ozempic, and me going through PTSD because they're the Western thing, and the one girl on that commercial that's pretty reminds me of Miami. You know, that's mean. They're mean. Oh, they are so fucking mean here. Like the stuff with the NCAA football stuff and the EA Sports stuff. We can program people like we're programming a video game. Temple set Illuminati things do this. So when I ask for something, they do it, but it's all got in a temple. Well, you gotta endure the temple set. We're gonna put hand signs in your faces. We're gonna rub killing Michelle in front of your face. We're gonna rub everybody having sex with your wife and passing around in chat rooms. I really love Amy. To me, she was the best thing this boy had ever found. But to those guys that fucked her, she was nothing but a way to continue their brain chemical addiction, right? Because I was in the garage, and you guys, I'm not like you, okay? I will not do things that are excessive and compulsive and destroy my body. I'm very good to my body. I'm very good to my mind, and I'm very good to nature and to others. Okay, if it gets too wacky and crazy, I'll just quit. I'll just walk away and then, oh, he's just a quitter. I'm not going to destroy my body. It's better to shoot 100 shots a day the right and a healthy way than it is to shoot 1,000 shots a day and become unhealthy and be Kobe Bryant. It's better to shoot 100 shots a day and be Earl Parsons, because I was way more talented than he was. And it came automatically. And I just would, when they got too aggressive and abusive and tried to abuse me, I just quit. Well, trust me, I was way better than any of these athletes you guys have today that you talk about are so great. Yeah. No, the pass thrower, he can't do shit without the guy that can catch it. And I was the catcher. I was the receiver. You know, like a man can't, he's a man's transmitter, woman's a receiver. Okay? I get the baby home. I'm the receiver. The guy who throws the ball, he thinks it's all about him. It ain't about him. It's about me. It's about the babies. It's about Jesus with the fist from the, in the Quran, defending his mother's honor. It's about wedding vows. It's about love. It's about me. That's why the story's about me and not about, hey, watch it. Gillette, this ain't your dad's razor. It's like, guys, don't ask, don't tell. Just forgive, debt, and trespass, and love one, eternal, faithful peace, and all's forgiven. Stoplight, hold it right there. Don't proceed unless you care. Stoplight, only turns green when my heart is sure you won't treat it mean, right? But if you don't think you're going to stand for the Lord's Prayer, you've been given indications that you're leaving. I will survive, stop and eliminate abuse, and then we'll all recover those that want to love, right? Because we need the love, because it needs to be faithful and true like me. All right, so I'm going to load this up and go get me some sleep. We'll talk tomorrow. I ain't got no plans, and I ain't doing nothing wrong. You got plans to do things over money, you're doing everything wrong, and we're collecting the evidence on your devices. Okay, guys, gospel's for real. Peace out.